We all know that the technology can be both very beneficial for like all the humankind, for every single person, and at the same time it could be really, really destructive, influencing our life in many harmful ways. Unfortunately, on this channel I had experienced both of those types of influence, and unfortunately the harmful one comes right now. Hi, I am Nick Hein. For those of you who are watching my channel for the first time, this is the channel that I created with a one single purpose: to reach the maximum possible audience for my stories, the sci-fi stories and other genres that I wrote myself. And as you probably already understand, English is not my first language. So while I have enough knowledge of English to translate my stories, of course with the help of some useful software to check the grammar and all that such technical stuff, I definitely don't feel fluent enough in English to narrate those stories myself. At least that's what I thought back then when I started this channel. And the thing that gave me the biggest push to start this channel was the arrival of the good quality AI generated voices, the platforms that give you opportunity to take your text and create a AI narrated file with a more or less okay quality, because this technology exists for quite some time, but the arrival of AI systems allowed to give a pretty good boost to the quality of the AI generated voices. You can even clone your own voice or use somebody's cloned voice, the person who give his voice for commercial use, the clone of his voice to narrate the stories. And I also put a huge amount of work into creating those narrations, because as I found out, you can't just drop the huge chunk of text into the AI voice platform and just take the ready file and upload it, because AI is not really as intelligent as you can think. It makes a lot of mistakes, more than I do now, and it totally sometimes goes away with the intonations and enunciations, and it mispronounced. So I'm checking everything and regenerating everything. At least I did that back then, and I did it until the recent times. And the channel was prospering, actually. It was growing fast. I was getting a lot of views. I was getting a lot of positive comments from the people who like my stories. But then at some moment, actually I know this moment, it was the late February, start of the March of the 2024, this year, when everything just plummeted down. It was a huge fall, huge drop in views and everything. And just before I started the channel, I checked the competition. I wasn't as naive. I checked if there is similar channels. There were, but not too many. It was quite a free niche. But when some, I don't know how to call them, it's not the scammers, it's just the people who trying to exploit the system, came, and then they discovered that you can first generate the story. Well, I can't really call it a story, some text with some chat GPT or whatever, and then you can drop it into the AI narration platform, and then you can upload it. And you don't need to do practically nothing. You can even create a bot, write some sort of software that will do that for you. Just totally automated process. And it will create some sort of stupid thumbnail and whatever. And you will just flood the YouTube with such so-called AI generated stories. And at that point, it was I don't know how you call it. It's just was massive drop for my channel, and I think for some other real channels too. The thing is that those channels uploading And I'm not joking. I've seen those channels uploading like 12 videos per day. I'm a real person. I can write, if I'm working hard, one story per week, probably, maybe two, but not more. And it's not every week that I can write a full good story. Edit, translate, edit again, narrate, edit the narration. It's like a huge amount of work, and I can't compete with those AI channels. And my personal biggest downfall out of all of this was that I used also the AI voice, and many people started to, like, as soon as they heard the AI narration, like just first couple of sentences, maybe even the first couple of words, they were like, just, oh, that's another this AI generated nonsense, I'm not gonna listen to them. I received those comments, and those comments really hurt. I've been around the internet for quite a long time. I'm kind of old-timer guy. I remember how internet appeared. So I'm used to receiving bad comments on whatever, and usually I don't care. People just go into the ban, but those comments were really painful, because I understand that those people who wrote me this, I don't want to listen to another AI stupid story. Those were actually the people who would like my story if they cared to listen to it. And that was like, I didn't know what to do. And it continued for quite a long time. I have some random splashes of interest to my channel, but generally it was not going anywhere. It's still not going anywhere. So recently I have started, maybe I'm too self-confident, but I'm still started to narrate the stories myself. And yeah, I have a thick accent, so that's kind of also distracting some people, and some people don't want to listen such stories narrated by the guy who is non-English native speaker. I also making my huge share of mistakes. I think they are different from the ones that AI making, but I'm still doing them, and I can't just perfect every story because it will take such a huge amount of work that I will be probably publishing like one story per couple of months. So I decided to try to find the balance between the quantity and the quality. I also started to re-narrate all my previously published stories that were narrated by AI. I've started to re-narrate them myself, and the results are, I can call them disappointing, because anyway it was going to this. But I remember the times when the channel was getting like 5-10,000 per each uploaded video. Right now I'm getting 100. So the reason why I'm recording this video is, I don't know really. It's just my like cry for help. I don't know. I just want to talk a little bit with somebody, and who else better to talk with than my audience, the people who are still remaining on my channel. I want to explain why I'm doing why am I doing the things that I'm doing right now, and why I will continue to do that. I'm not going to return to the AI narration, because yeah, probably my thick accent will drive away quite a huge chunk of audience from my channel, but I think that the AI narration is driving even more audience away, and it also can bring some wrong audience. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I think I don't want those people who are gladly listen to the totally fully automated AI generated sci-fi channels. For me, it's a sign that if those people are listening both to those channels and my channels, that's for me the sign that I'm doing something wrong, that my stories are bad. At least that's how I looking at it right now. So what I want to ask in this video, it's not like, you know, the regular stuff like subscribe, notifications, share, whatever, this comment, you can, of course. I will be really gladful, and I will be really interested to hear what you have to say on that matter. Yeah, I know I put up a lot of community posts with the polls about this matter, but I still want to talk it myself, because that's what my channel is about: the genuine, real writing, the genuine, real stories that written by the real human, and it will be narrated by the real human. I wish I had enough funds to hire a good narrator, good voice actor for each of my stories. Unfortunately, right now it's not an option for me. So what I really want to ask is to think about, it's not only about me. I'm not the only one. I knew other channels that are experiencing basically the same thing I do. When you are making your choice about what to listen, what story to listen, think about who's behind this. If it feels like it's totally generated channel, and you usually can see it just by checking how often this channel is creating videos. If they're creating videos every day or several times per day, that's definitely a generated channel. Because just ask yourself, is it humanly possible to write a good news story every day? I think it's not. I'm asking you to think each time when you're choosing an AI generated channel over the real human writer channel, to think, why would you do that? Do you really want to AI generation dominate the sci-fi scene? I don't think so. I think the stories that written by the real people will be better than the AI stories, even if those human written stories are bad, actually. That's it. That's all I had to say for today. And I will continue. I was like struggling for a couple of weeks, thinking about the future of my channel. And it's obviously not gonna grow much, I think so. But that's up to you, of course. And I still will continue, because anyway, I'm continue to writing my stories. And I will continue to translate them, and I will continue to narrate them. Maybe it will be a little bit slower rate than it was before, because it took a huge amount of hard work for me to narrate those stories. I'm doing a lot of takes because I'm constantly making mistakes. Some of those mistakes will slip into the final videos. I will also create the custom-made subtitles, the captions, because the YouTube algorithm don't really understand my accent, and sometimes going way south away from what I'm trying to tell you. So I will create my own. It will be embedded into the videos. I will use my own text, the text that I wrote, to create those, and it's also a lot of edits, but I will continue. So I hope that some of you, at least some of you, will remain with me, and I hope that I will become more and more fluent in English. So obviously I will never be perfect as a good voice actor, English voice actor, but at least it will be more listenable than it's now. So that's it. I'm glad that you are still with me. I'm glad that I can talk with you, at least some of you. I hope that you will stay on the channel, and I promise you that there will be more interesting stories on the channel. Bye.